an 11th team joining the Formula One grid. This is historic milestone in the expansion of global motorsport.
Formula One is welcoming a new team to the grid.
They come in to win at all costs.
It's welcoming a new team next season, Cadillac.
And this is what I'm coming back for, to a project which really excites me to represent all America.
Defiance is the way I look at that, because we're coming.
When Cadillac first announced its intention to join the Formula One grid, they were met with an emphatic no. Other teams, the FIA, no one wanted them to join. Then this happened. In one of the biggest shocks to Formula One, Cadillac became the first brand new manufacturer in a decade to enter the sport.
But I would challenge anyone to love it more than I do. So I'm all in, and this is what I live for.
With one goal, to do the unthinkable and become the next Brawn GP and dislodge the giants. Now all focus is on the American luxury giant, and with just a few months until the start of the 2026 season, will Cadillac's $1 billion gamble pay off? This is not another rise from the ashes story. It is one of pure dedication, hope, and billions of dollars. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how Cadillac will redefine Formula One and become the next big thing in motorsport. Behind every Formula One team is money. Not just any money, but big money from sponsors that make this the world's most expensive sport. Before there was a $135 million cost cap, teams like Mercedes and McLaren quickly spent up to $300 million per season just to reach the pinnacle of performance. Now, with Cadillac entering the sport, the team has already spent a whopping $1 billion, and they haven't even touched the racetrack yet. The closest they came is Sergio Perez, who recently tested a 2023 Ferrari to gather data for the team. By all accounts, Cadillac doesn't even have a car yet. So, why do the expenses already stand at $1 billion? First, there was the anti-dilution fee, or let's just call it, an entrance fee of $450 million. This doesn't guarantee the team performance. It doesn't even give them a driver. It is simply the fee a new Formula One team needs to pay for the right to join the grid. To make it even worse, Toto Wolff, current Mercedes team principal, went on record and called the fee too low, saying, "The compensation payment, which is currently said to be $450 million, is too low. It does not compensate for the direct loss of income." Let us know what you think of this statement in the comments below. Now, with the $450 million securely paid over to the FIA, the real work began, and Cadillac needed to start building an actual car. It started with two new factories, one in the United States and the other in the UK, specifically around the Silverstone racetrack, which will be used for testing and as a European base. The supposed power unit facility in North Carolina is estimated to be around $150 million, while the Silverstone factory is closer to $85 million, adding more than $200 million to the investment costs, and still no single race component. Then adding the staff, the new drivers, and let's face it, Cadillac didn't go cheap, bringing in Sergio Perez and Valtteri Bottas, and it is easy to see how the American manufacturer has already spent a whopping $1 billion. But does this money buy speed? It's easy to think of the 2009 season and the brilliant entry of Brawn GP, whose double diffuser stunt fooled the entire grid. It propelled the team to the top of the constructors and handed Jenson Button his first Drivers' Championship. Cadillac will not have this advantage. The team won't have the luxury of being the main team for a power unit developer and has struck a deal with Ferrari to be a customer team for the first 4 seasons. This is a smart move, given their engine reliability. Unfortunately, recent results, such as those at COTA and even Mexico, have shown that it is a very thirsty engine. The Ferrari engine loves fuel, with Charles Leclerc and Lewis Hamilton frequently being told to "lie-co" or lift and coast at various points during a race. This could be due to underfueling, but when it happens so frequently, it is much more likely that the car is just using too much fuel. The advantage Ferrari does bring to the table is that Cadillac doesn't need to worry about engine design, shifting all their focus toward aerodynamics and other components, such as the suspension and chassis. In essence, they can pull a McLaren move, building a far better car for the power unit than Mercedes, which supplies them with power units. What do you think? Can they outperform the Maranello giant with their own power unit? Let us know in the comments, and make sure you're subscribed to F1 Let's Go. Realistically, Cadillac will be battling near the back of the grid, perhaps fighting for the final points-paying positions if they are lucky. Success won't be measured in wins as the team might hope for, but rather in finishing the race, gathering data, and seeing small improvements that lay the foundation for the next few years to come. Think Toyota in the early 2000s, which spent many seasons fighting at the back of the grid before finally finishing fourth in the Constructors' Championship in 2005. Yet, they have one striking advantage that could theoretically see the team perform much better than it should. In 2025, we have seen something incredible, where the myth that it is all down to the car has finally been shattered. Since 2024, Max Verstappen has been putting his Red Bull in places it shouldn't be. And while McLaren is clearly the fastest car on the grid, the Dutchman proved that the driver makes the difference. Here is where Cadillac's real advantage for the 2026 season lies. The team didn't go for youth like Racing Bulls with Isaac Hadjar and Liam Lawson. They didn't go for unproven experience like Haas, who brought in Esteban Ocon to partner the young Ollie Bearman. No, Cadillac has gone for two drivers with experience fighting at the sharp end of the grid. Meet Valtteri Bottas and Sergio Perez, two drivers with a combined 20 wins and more than 130 podiums. Both have been Constructors' champions, and both have finished in the top 3 of the drivers' standings more than once. That is the kind of experience that is incredibly hard to find anywhere in motorsport, but Cadillac has done it. This kind of experience is exactly what a team needs if they want to grow at a rapid pace. Both these drivers will be giving extensive feedback to the team and the engineers, using their decades of experience to help steer Cadillac to the top of the grid. It might not happen in the first season, or even the second, but by 2028, Cadillac could be a serious threat to the big guns. But perhaps their biggest advantage is that of being America's team, carrying the pride of a nation that will inspire them to success. As an American, you might have been rooting for Haas the last few seasons. They were supposed to be the American team that reached the pinnacle of motorsport, but they didn't. This isn't entirely their fault, as they never truly had the sponsorships to carry them, and when Nikita Mazepin entered the fray, it all went downhill quickly. Cadillac aims to avoid this issue, not just by throwing enough money at the sport to fund numerous F-35 jets, but by having the leadership of an F1 legend in Mario Andretti. Andretti isn't just another F1 advisor and board member, but the last American to win a Formula One championship in 1978. No, he is not the first. As the media mistakenly said at the 2025 COTA Grand Prix, that honor belongs to Phil Hill, who claimed victory in 1961. Another major difference between Cadillac and Haas is how the team is set up with numerous bases. Their global network runs out of the main HQ in Indiana, while the power unit will come from North Carolina, and the engineering will be done in Michigan. Most importantly, the race base at Silverstone, giving the team access to the track frequently for testing, and with Silverstone being the home of Formula One, what better spot is there to choose for testing? So, how does Cadillac plan on redefining Formula One, and is it a good thing for the sport? Aside from the $1 billion invested in the sport, Cadillac has been striking mega deals with brands like Apple. They've held numerous events to rally the American public, and a consensus is that this will be America's F1 team they could call their own. Since the team starts with the new regulations, they have been preparing for the 2026 season far longer than any other team. Red Bull is still bringing upgrades to give Verstappen his 5th title, while Ferrari and Mercedes are fighting for P2 in the Constructors. Cadillac isn't part of that squabble, meaning all their focus is on the 2026 Formula One season. Moreover, the team has taken full advantage of the unlimited wind tunnel and CFD testing time they are given, since they are not part of the current Formula One grid. Other teams will have to abide by a specific chart, meaning they have fewer hours to spend developing the car. This might seem like a minor benefit, but given how much Red Bull has been suffering since their wind tunnel was built, it could make one of the biggest differences come 2026. Secondly, the team is redefining the sport, and if they do upset the competition, put on a stellar performance, and finish anywhere in the top half of the Constructors' standings, they could be opening up a door for more teams to join the grid. Cadillac is essentially trying to prove that money can buy speed, and if this is the case, you might see more manufacturers want to try their luck on the Formula One grid. It is also the perfect time to do so, with Liberty Media turning it into one of the most profitable sports in the world, especially since bringing in a large audience from the American market. It could revolutionize the sport forever. But what do you think of Cadillac? Do they deserve a spot on the grid? And how does this affect smaller budget teams like Haas, Sauber, and even Alpine? Will this strategy open the door for billionaires like Lawrence Stroll to perhaps buy speed for Aston Martin? Let us know in the comments, and if you are not yet subscribed, Make sure you are, because it's F1. Let's go!